Hello, it's Rose here. Cozy Whimsy Rose, or all of the other names of my backup accounts. I wanted to make a long form content video to introduce myself to you guys and to give you a little bit more of an explanation about what happened. Let's start at the beginning. About a year ago when I decided that I wanted to start making content about reading, and I really started to get interested in the BOOKTOK community. And then I also started wanting to make content about cozy gaming because I got a Nintendo Switch and I fell in love with cozy gaming. As somebody who's never gamed their entire life and started gaming as an adult, I really wanted to share that with other people. So I started posting on my account, and I'd say, over the course of the year, I built up that account to about 60,000 followers. And that's the account that's spelled like this, Cozy Whimsy Rose. 24 hours ago, the beginning of yesterday, because today is Friday, Thursday morning, I was driving to work. I posted a video that morning. I was starting to honestly even pick up my engagement, and I was making quite a bit of money in the creator fund, which I was really happy about. So I was driving into work and I parked my car and I was gonna, check my TikTok before I went inside, and I noticed that I couldn't log into my account. And I thought that was really weird, and I honestly thought, well, maybe I need to update my app. I didn't think, oh, I got banned. I thought that maybe something was wrong with my phone. Well, I got past the login screen and it said, your account's been suspended and you submit an appeal here. Now, while I was shocked, I kind of knew why this was happening, and I'll tell you why I thought I knew why this is happening. Just as a disclaimer, I'm not going to be mentioning any creators by name because that's what got me here and I really want to avoid issues, but I am going to explain to you without naming names what happened. So over a few weeks, if you've been a part of the BOOKTOK community, you may have noticed there's been an increase in drama. Well, for a few years now, there's one particular BOOKTOK creator who has been known for scamming, compulsive lying, etc. And specifically, a whole bunch of indie authors came out, I think it was about a week ago now, and started to, be whistleblowers and say, this is what happened to me and it's not okay, and I was scammed out of money, and this creator had promised to make reviews for them, and that creator ended up not making the reviews, okay? And so they were scammed out of money directly. Like, there's really no arguing it. And it really blew up. Now, this is not the first time that this creator has scammed people. I'm not going to go more in depth into that, but it's been an ongoing ethical issue in the BOOKTOK community for years now. So as, a content creator that loves indie authors, that frequently communicates with indie authors, and I appreciate them, I felt like myself and the BOOKTOK community had a duty to stand up for them. I made a short video not naming any names, and I had said that, these are the events that have happened and this is why it's not okay, and we need, as BOOKTOK creators, need to speak out. Just a little bit about me. I'm a therapist and I try to be really careful about the way that I say things to people. I know I'm not perfect, but I try to be really careful about the way that I present myself, and I really don't think I was bullying anybody. I really don't think I was being rude. I definitely was insinuating that this was unacceptable behavior, which it is, and I stand by that. That's the last thing I'm going to say about that. So I noticed that a few of the comments, actually a lot of the comments that people were leaving on that post were getting deleted. And I wasn't deleting them. And so I thought, well, maybe the people that are commenting are deleting them for whatever reason. And I think I posted this video on Wednesday. Sorry, I have ADHD, so my brain might be getting kind of mixed up. Yeah, I think I posted it on Wednesday or Tuesday. It's Friday today. Yesterday was Thursday. Okay. So I noticed that the comments were getting deleted, and then I had a couple of my followers reach out to me and say, hey, my comments are getting flagged on your post, and I just wanted to let you know, like, I'm not deleting my comments. I still believe what I'm saying. And so I had kind of replied to a couple of them and said, like, yeah, that's so weird, because honestly, I've never had a problem with my account. I've had it for a little bit over a year. It was at 60,000 followers-ish a few days ago. And I've never once gotten a suspension, never once gotten a violation. I've always been in good standing. So this is all new to me, this entire process. So bear with me if you're like, gosh, why doesn't this girl get it? I genuinely just haven't had to deal with it before. So I thought, oh, that's kind of weird, but didn't really think anything of it. Well, I got no warning. There was no like message that said like, hey, this is your first strike, or my video wasn't even taken down. I did notice that it got significantly less views than my other videos were getting, but I figured that's just because, you know, it's different content than I usually make. So, you know, I didn't really think anything of it. But then fast forward to Thursday morning when I saw that my account was suspended, I immediately just had this gut feeling of like, wow, that's the only thing that it could possibly have been, because I haven't done anything or posted anything differently besides this one video. So I submitted an appeal. I was quickly emailed back, probably within 30 minutes or so, said, you know, your account has been permanently banned after further review for violating youth safety and well-being, as well as bullying. Okay, I don't bully anybody. So naturally I was really upset, because I'm like, okay, this is literally the first time I've ever been suspended, and now my account's permanently banned, and you're not going to give me any more explanation. So I sent about 150 request forms in 12 hours, maybe 24 hours. And they just kept sending me the same email back, like, your account's been banned. And then they started sending a different email that said, we will not give you any further information, that nothing's going to change. So I was distraught, emotional. Like, I really have become so attached to the BOOKTOK and the cozy gaming community. You know, I'm an adult. It's really hard to make friends as an adult, especially when you're working full time, and I do commute a little bit. So I felt like I really was losing my friends. Like, I was losing this community that I care so much about. And it may sound stupid to some people, but even though it's social media, like, it feels like real connections to me, because I had formed real friendships with people, and I care about my audience. I care about the people that follow me. So I was distraught, and I was talking to my fiance, and I'm crying and, you know, texting friends, and I'm like, I just don't know what to do. I don't know what I did wrong. And it felt really disheartening that this person that's been continuously allegedly engaging in criminal activity is able to get their account back after they were suspended, but I have my account permanently banned, even though I've always been in good standing. I've never had violations on my account, and all I did was speak up about facts of what was going on. So my fiance was encouraging me. He's like, you can't give up, because I was done. I just said to myself, like, maybe this is a sign that I should not be doing social media. Maybe I'm not cut out for this, because I was so distraught about it. And he's like, no, like, this is really traumatizing. You should post a video. Like, if anything, make a new account and post a video telling people what's going on. So that video that I posted, where I'm literally crying on the camera, which I'm not embarrassed about it, but that's so unlike me. Like, if you know me personally, or if you know me professionally, I am not the kind of person to cry on camera. I usually like to think I have my life together, but I just thought, you know what? And with my fiance's support, I was like, I'm just going to be vulnerable, and I'm going to be honest. So I was, and I was absolutely overwhelmed at the support and the love that I received and continue to receive over the past 24 hours. I am honestly completely speechless, and I know I've said this a million times on my TikTok account that I created and posted this video on. I just want to say to everybody that is watching this, that sent me DMs, that followed me, that commented on my video, from the bottom of my heart, thank you, because I'm not gonna cry again. Because you're the reason that I genuinely have faith in the BOOKTOK community still, and like, I have renewed faith in social media, like, as a way to connect up each other. And you guys are the only reason I'm making this video right now. So thank you so much for reaching out, and I'm deeply moved and touched by every single message that you sent me. TikTok ended up telling me, like, you're commenting back too fast, because I was literally sitting there on my phone, like, scrolling, like, okay, I want to respond to every single person, because it meant that much to me. I should get my fiance on here so he can tell you, like, I was bawling my eyes out reading your guys' comments and DMs. I just really need to make it clear that it means so much to me, and it's the only reason I'm still doing all this. Anyways, so I was completely shocked. I did not expect to gain that many followers that fast. I mean, I've never even seen growth like that ever, even when I was doing social media before. And so to go from like 0 followers to 16,000 by the time I'm making this video, that's insane. And I'm just so thankful. And I really want to continue to make content because I do love it and I want to share it with you guys. And for those of you that are new and have purely followed me or are on this video because you followed me because of principle, thank you for being here. And so I thought that it might be a good idea to just introduce you to me as a content creator and not the girl that was crying on camera. But still, thank you for being here. So I thought that I'd go through kind of an intro, get to know me, who I am, what I like to do, what I like to post about, and what kind of content you can expect from me. So I'm 28 years old. I'm a therapist, a mental health professional. I work in mental health. I do have a full-time job. I live in Oregon. I live in a small town in Oregon that is outside of a bigger city, Portland, as you may know it. And I like to post about books and I like to read. And I say recently, like a little bit over a year ago, got into cozy gaming because I got a Nintendo Switch. And so I'm really passionate about like spooky, cozy lifestyle things. And I know that that seems like a kind of a weird blend, but I found a community that likes those things too. So maybe you'll fit into one of those niches. I started posting like some lifestyle content. I really want to get more into posting vlogs, like lifestyle vlogs, cozy, spooky lifestyle vlogs. And I'm gonna take you guys through a few of my favorite books, a few of my favorite cozy games, and then explain to you like what my content might look like from here on out. So with that being said, I am a dark academia fan. If you know me or if you used to follow me, you know that I love dark academia. So one of my favorite books is The Secret History. This is kind of known as the original classic DA novel. And this is going to follow a group of classic students at a small liberal arts college in New England. They become very obsessed with their classics that they're studying. And it's a smaller cohort within the college. Excuse me. And they have a very enigmatic professor. Well, they start to get a little too into their studies, okay? We'll just leave it at that. And an unaliving happens among the group of students. Don't want to give too many spoilers. And the entire book is kind of figuring out what is going on. Like, how did these students spiral into madness? So if you're not familiar, dark academia usually has a few themes, one being an academic setting or academic lore. We have that in this. Unaliving or mystery, outsider tropes, darker themes, etc. And that's what will make it dark academia. So if you have not read The Secret History, this is a perfect book for fall. It's got that kind of spooky back to school fall vibes that I always am chasing ever since I finished grad school. I kind of every September miss that academic vibe of getting your school clothes together and feeling crisp and ready for the new school year. Next on my list is a dark romantasy book. It's called The Deer and the Dragon by Piper C.J. This is spicy, so just keep that in mind. This is going to follow a girl who grew up her whole life thinking that she was struggling with mental illness. She sees things that she doesn't think other people see, or she knows other people can't see them. So hallucinations, she has delusions, and she tries to suppress them throughout her life because she's very afraid of kind of finding out that she's entering psychosis. Anyways, she has been seeing this male figure her whole life since she was a child, and you kind of revisit those instances through flashbacks throughout the book. So just as a disclaimer, this is not a linear timeline if that bothers you. She finds out that the guy that's been visiting her is not just a ghost or a figment of her imagination, and it is the Prince of Hell. So if you like demon romances, this is for you. This author also has a master's in folklore, and she does an incredible job of breaking down different religious pantheons and integrating them, because in this world, all religious pantheons are real. And so whatever gods you worship, those gods become more powerful. is kind of how I understood it. So she is having a romantic relationship, or had a romantic relationship, with this Prince of Hell without knowing he was the Prince of Hell. Well, he ends up going missing, and most of the book is her and another mythical creature that's a part of these pantheons basically trying to hunt him down. This is so good. The banter is amazing. It's hilarious. And all of Piper's books are awesome. My other favorite book, which it's not actually a book, it's actually a fan fiction, is Manacled. Yes, this is a Hermione fan fiction. If you know, you know. This is going to follow the last book of Harry Potter, but it's set in an alternative universe where Voldemort wins the war. Now, you may be thinking, I don't like Harry Potter, and that's totally reasonable, and that's for a different video. But even if you don't like Harry Potter, you will like Manacled, and I'm going to tell you why. If you like Touch Her and Die, morally black, sociopathic MMCs, you're going to love High Reeve Draco. Just trust me on this. I was not a Draco Malfoy fan, and then I read Manacled and everything changed. Nobody can top High Reeve Draco. Honestly, I even tell my fiance he's my book boyfriend. Check this out. Check your trigger warnings. There are some extremely dark themes in this book, so don't say I didn't warn you. As far as cozy games go, I would say that probably my #1 favorite cozy game is Spiritfarer. This is available on Switch and also on, I think, consoles and Steam. You will play as a Spiritfarer who is helping to ferry in spirits into the afterlife. There's a huge emotional component to this game, and it's very cute and cozy, and I love the aesthetic. And I would say that honestly it really helped me with a lot of my grief from losing loved ones. However, it can be triggering as well. So definitely be mindful of that. If you've recently experienced a loss and you're maybe not ready to confront those concepts, or those concepts could be triggering to you, I might hold off on this one. I also love Little Misfortune. Little Misfortune is adorable. It's funny, but it's really, really dark. The aesthetic is very fall, and something that I define as a spooky cozy game is something that elicits like a Tim Burton kind of vibe, or it gives you Over the Wall vibes. And I just recently started watching Over the Wall, by the way. If you have not watched this, you need to go watch it because it's the perfect show for fall. But it has that creepy element, but it's not scary. It's got a cozy side to it. And Little Misfortune defines this genre. It's click and point, it's narrative based, and it's amazing for beginners. So if you are like brand new to cozy gaming, or you want to try out cozy gaming and you've never tried it before and you're kind of nervous, I would start with either Animal Crossing, or I would start with Little Misfortune. If you're not really interested in like a whole bunch of game mechanics and you just want to click through a story, I would definitely do Little Misfortune. It's adorable. As far as content and like what I'm going to be doing coming up is I'm going to keep posting, and I'm going to keep sharing with you guys creepy cozy game recommendations because it's fall and it's spooky season, and I love playing cozy games during the fall. If you followed me before, this was kind of my signature thing. I would post creepy cozy game recs at least once a week and kind of show some gameplay and explain why I think you guys should play them. I'm also going to be doing some setup tours. Here I'll put a picture. I do have like a really cute setup in my opinion, and my fiance made me this like moss wall in the background. So I want to do tours of my setup, how to get into getting a PC if you're a beginner, go over some PC games and some desk tours. And then I also want to show you guys some of my book recommendations. I like to do book recommendations based on aesthetics. So I'll create like a collage of a vibe, and then I will come up with my favorite books that are in that genre and recommend them to you. And this is why I love being a mood reader, because I'm the kind of reader that loves this stuff where it's like I'm looking for a vibe. I'm not necessarily looking for a trope. I mean, I do love certain tropes, but I feel like the energy and the vibe like really makes or breaks it. So I like to do recs based on that. I'm going to be doing some cozy lifestyle content like readathons, dark romance hauls, Barnes & Noble trips. I was thinking if I'm getting a little more comfortable, which now I am, showing you guys kind of a tour of like the cozier side of smaller town living. I still have access to a city and I commute into work, but I kind of like the smaller town cozy vibe. So I thought about taking you guys around town with me, and just any other like little cozy spooky lifestyle vlogs, sharing with you like my favorite spooky cozy shows, spooky cozy activities. I've been getting more into journaling. anything that I'm doing in my life, I kind of want to share with you guys. I'm feeling really inspired by all of this happening, and I think it might have been a blessing in disguise, honestly. Oh, I forgot. Also, I love a dark aesthetic. You can't tell right now because honestly, just feel kind of sloppy right now, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna sit down and make this video. But I typically like to do my makeup, and I like the darker aesthetic, kind of spooky vibes if you can't tell. So I'll share with you guys like my favorite bags and maybe some accessories and makeup if that's something you're interested in. So once again, thank you so much for your support. Please subscribe to my YouTube. I'm going to be posting a lot more over here because, again, like I said, I just don't really completely trust TikTok right now, and I want to make sure I'm diversifying my content. But I will be posting on TikTok every single day to keep up with the people that have been following me there, and I'm so inspired to keep making content, and I want you guys to know that you made a difference in my life, and I'm eternally grateful for that. And I really care about all of you, even if I don't personally know you. So thank you for being here, and thank you for being a good person and supporting me.